Sicily. The Americans and the Europeans want at least one Arab country involved in this for cover. They've got cover because the Arab League approved no-fly zones. Arab League did not approve hitting Gaddafi's forces on the ground. It approved a no-fly zone. Now the Americans say part of that is hitting forces on the ground in order to suppress air defences to allow the no-fly zone. But you know, I think one or two of the Arab League countries will begin to hedge their bets. Once it starts, once civilian casualties are claimed, it starts to get difficult.
Okay. We just need your colleagues to come in because a group of them have just arrived. Okay.
It seems they're waiting for some of the media that were taken to one of the compounds to actually come back in for this.
Do it with the cameras and do it without the cameras. Guys, could you please sit down so we could start?
No surprise that they want to get the you know, as much media in there as possible and get the message out across as wide a number of platforms as they possibly can, whatever that message may be.
There will be a translation of this once it gets going. As I said, it looks to me like they think there's a coach coming back from somewhere where international media were taken. Once the international media come back, set the cameras up, they're going to go, but they're impatient to get going.
Do you think there's an element of surprise by the way this military action was started so quickly and with that level of force?
To be honest, Steve, no. Yesterday we were predicting that it would start hours after the Paris conference. It happened as soon as the Paris conference finished. The Libyans knew. The Libyans, now this is an interesting point. The Libyans had a choice this morning: stop all hostilities, or, knowing what was probably coming, get into Benghazi, get into Misrata with your tanks, so that you're inside the city, in an urban area, making it incredibly hard for the coalition aircraft to bomb the armoured vehicles inside the city. And it was I mean, this is extrapolating from what happened today. It seems they had a choice: halt all operations, or take the gamble, push into the cities, A, getting yourself a foothold inside them, and B, protecting your armour from the airstrikes, because the tanks that were hit outside today were hit outside the urban areas.
We have with us Mr. Mohammed Az-Zuwail, who is the secretary of the People's General Conference. That is like the parliament, the Libyan parliament, and he is going to give you a statement.
يؤسفني أسفا شديدا أن بلادي تتعرض الآن وفي هذه اللحظات إلى عدوان مسلح.
I am very sorry and saddened that my country tonight is facing a barbaric and armed attack.
حيث تقوم بعض الدول الغربية بشن هجوم صاروخي.
Some Western countries are leading a rocket attack
على عدة مواقع بطرابلس ومصراتة
on several locations in Tripoli and Misrata,
مما سبب في أضرار جسيمة للمنشآت وللمدنيين.
an attack that caused some real harm against civilians and buildings.
هذا العدوان الهمجي على الشعب الليبي يأتي في الوقت الذي أعلنت فيه الجماهيرية وقف القتال ضد العصابات المسلحة التابعة لتنظيم القاعدة في المغرب الإسلامي.
This barbaric aggression against the Libyan people comes while we have announced the ceasefire against the armed militias which are part of the Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb.
واتخذت عدة إجراءات عملية لبدء إصلاحات شاملة على المستوى التنظيمي والاقتصادي.
And the attack comes as Libya has announced general and major developments and reforms